Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking with Johnny. I'm South African leader and part-time cooking show host John Worster, and today we're going to be preparing my favorite dish, pancakes. Let's get started. First, we're going to add flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt to a large bowl. The way these ingredients all peacefully reside right next to each other kind of reminds me of my new détente policy. It's called the Outward Policy, and my goal with it is to establish positive relations with the independent African states near South Africa. But the White Rhodesian government creates a little bit of a problem with this. You see, the Rhodesian army is fighting alongside its borders, which is bad news in terms of diplomacy, because that guerrilla warfare affects states like Mozambique, Zambia, Botswana, Angola, and Tanzania. And with all that fighting, it's hard to focus on strong international relations. Anyways, next, we're going to be incorporating the milk, the egg, and the oil. Just like it would be a good idea for Rhodesia to incorporate moderate black leadership into their government by means of negotiation. I mean, if you think about it, that's really Rhodesia's best option, since their defeat in the war is bound to happen eventually, and the longer they continue fighting, the more likely it is that the government will be corrupted by a Marxist regime, which would be a threat to South Africa's security. This has happened in several other African states that declared independence. Communist countries like Russia and China back black nationalist groups, and once independence is won, the state becomes communist. It's a way for them to expand their influence, and it'll happen to Rhodesia too if we're not careful. Let's face it, white minority rule just isn't sustainable. It's in the best interest of Rhodesia, South Africa, and the détente policy to give Rhodesia over to moderate black leaders. But I'm just going off on tangents again. Let's get back to cooking. All we have to do now is spread the griddle with our secret ingredient, and then we can pour the batter out onto it and wait for the pancakes to cook. Just remember, if there get to be a lot of bubbles on top and it starts to become inevitable that the face down side will burn, maybe it's a good idea to flip the pancake and let the other side cook for a change. This has been Cooking with Johnny. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week.